Hey guys, Thogden here, welcome back to new Premier League predictions. It's game week 18, I'm with Thogdad, and our special guest this week is no other than the man himself, Josh It's Fusion. He's going to be sending in his videos because we are currently in Germany. But that never stops the grind, isn't that right, Dad?
That is correct, and last week, George Benson from his car, 5 points.
Ooh, okay.
Shame to say that Thogdad only got 6 points. And you know what I'm going to say next?
What are you going to say?
Thogden also got 6 points.
I'm done. I thought I won! I thought I won!
But let's get straight into it.
Wait, before you do, what is the like target?
The like target today is 375.
Oh, it's so random.
Yeah.
Right, if we can hit 375, Thogdad will be a very happy man.
Let's get straight into it with an interesting game here. Everton versus Arsenal.
Okay.
Now 16th versus 10th.
Big Dunk does not lose with Everton. Facts, he does not lose with Everton. He's 1-1 and drawn 2. Calvert-Lewin looks like Lionel Messi, for God's sake. I think they're going to grind out a 2-2 here against Arsenal.
Yes, and Everton impressive last week against Man United in that 1-1 draw.
And I was at the game, and I can confirm Everton played really well, but they just got tired.
I'm believing in Everton, I'm believing in Big Dunk. Everton 2, Arsenal 1.
Oh, you're going to go for a win.
Absolutely.
That is
Everton
confidence right there. Yeah. Well, Ljungberg's going to be in charge for that game as well. It's not going to be Mikel Arteta, but he is the new manager. And Dad, what are your thoughts on Carlo Ancelotti taking over Everton?
That would be tasty.
It's funny how these two teams are playing whilst they're fighting over managers.
And it's quite right, because I've said in a previous vlog that Everton are the 20th biggest team in the world.
Yeah.
They should be looking for a really top mark manager.
Right, Josh, it's time for your go. What do you think, mate?
Everton 3, Arsenal 1.
Aston Villa against Southampton. Two teams that lost last week, 17th versus 18th.
But you know what, Dad? For confidence sake, Aston Villa beating Liverpool 5-0. I know it's against the kids, but it's good for their confidence.
Now, Southampton, the revival started, but it's faltered recently. 2 defeats in 2. I'm going for Aston Villa 2, Southampton 1.
Ooh, you're going for that. Well, guess what? I agree.
Josh, what do you reckon, mate?
Aston Villa 2, Southampton 1.
Moving on to the next game, Brighton against Sheffield United, 13th against 7th. And we saw Brighton, didn't we, on Monday night? And I've got to say, I was impressed by them.
They were. I mean, I've got to be honest, like Maupai, Aaron Moy, these are some really good players.
Yes,
Maupai took his goal well. Aaron Moy nearly scored a banger early on.
Yes.
They looked the better team against Crystal Palace. Everyone that watched the game will confirm that.
And even the likes of Trossard going up that left wing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I thought they were a decent team.
I blinked and it was Hazard for a second. Bloody hell, Belgian wingers, eh?
And to cut a long story short, I'm going for a draw here. Ooh. I'm going for 1-1.
Well, you know what, Dad? I have also got written down 1-1, and I'll tell you why. Sheffield United this season have never lost away from home. It's not going to happen here. What are you going for, mate?
Brighton 2, Sheffield United 1.
Moving on to Newcastle against Crystal Palace, 11th versus 9th.
Okay.
Now, sorry Crystal Palace, and I think you fans will agree with me, you were very poor on Monday. Very poor.
Thogdad.
And it was only a little bit of magic from Wilfried Zaha.
That's the thing, when you've got a player like Zaha, it takes seconds to change a game, and that's what he did.
So I'm going to go straight out there and say Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 0.
No!
Yes.
You're going to say they're going to lose?
Yes.
Wow.
I think Newcastle at the moment are on slightly better form. I think at Newcastle there's very few goals at St James's Park this season.
But Dad, I disagree with you. And here is why. Time and time again, Crystal Palace have been underrated. I'm not predicting a win here, but I think they'll get a point. Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 1. Newcastle are on a 7-game unbeaten run. It's not going to come to an end here. What do you think, Josh?
Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Moving now on to Norwich against Wolves, 19th against 8th.
Ooh, okay.
Now, I've got to say, I thought Norwich would be battered every week. And you know what? They're showing some spirit at the moment, aren't they?
They are. Pookie's been on fire. What did I say last week? I said a Pookie goal. Oh, and Thogdad, what happened?
I know what Thogden's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to show the clip of him predicting a Pookie goal.
I don't need to. Everyone knows I'm always right. If Norwich concede in this game, Dad, it'll be the 13th game in a run that they can't hold a clean sheet. How shocking is that?
That is very poor. Now, Wolves, very hard to beat this season. They lost last week, but they've only lost 3 times this season.
Yeah.
I'm going for Norwich 1, Wolves 1.
No! Thogdad backs the Norwich boys.
I know.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
means they'll go out and get battered.
Yeah, you know what? It's good you predicted that because I've gone with Norwich 1, Wolves 2. Wolves will want to bounce back after a 2-1 loss to Tottenham. And let's be honest, Dad, Wolves are just too good. Now, I'll put the statement out there. Pookie will score again and I'll be right again. But Wolves will win the game.
What do you think, mate?
Norwich 1, Wolves 2.
Now we're moving on to a Christmas cracker.
Okay.
Manchester City against Leicester. Ooh. So we've got a team here who thinks they can win the league, and they're playing Man City.
This is a huge game. Could Brendan Rodgers cause an upset, though?
Now, I've got a question. Yes, well, no, it's a good question there about Brendan Rodgers. Quite possibly, because Leicester have been superb. They've won 4 of the last 5. Vardy's been scoring for fun. Ooh. But I've got a question for you, Thog.
Okay.
In 45 minutes of Premiership football, have you ever seen a performance like Kevin De Bruyne's last week?
Oh my gosh. He is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
What he did at Arsenal.
If De Bruyne turns up, it's a City win. I'm going for a narrow City win. Man City 2, Leicester 1.
I'm going to start this off by saying it would not shock me if Brendan Rodgers causes an upset. Manchester City have a whole calibre of high-level footballers. You know, more squad depth than Leicester City.
Yes.
And when it comes down to it, when there's lots of games in late December, I think City will be able to get the win.
Yeah.
The home advantage too will help. I'm going to go for City 2, Leicester 1.
You copied me again, Thogden.
Oh, you went for it too? We agree! What are you going for, Josh?
Manchester City 2, Leicester 2.
Moving on now to Watford 20th against Manchester United in 6th. Man United rejuvenated.
Yes, rejuvenated, but like I said in the last game, an upset would not shock me. Watford have brought in a Brexit manager. They could grind out a result here. And we all know Ole under United, it's so like unpredictable. One week they beat City and the next they nearly lose to Sheffield United.
Theo, I don't know how you can say anything positive about Watford.
And the fact they brought in Nigel Pearson, you know, a proper Brexit manager, knows the league, British. You know, if he had the whole season, he'd probably generate 40 points. Watford 0, United 2. I think Rashford's in such good form. Maybe a Martial goal too. What are you going for?
I'm going for Watford 0, Manchester United 2.
Again, man.
Again.
I don't want to agree with you. I don't want to agree. I want to beat you.
Yeah.
I want to beat you.
And now over to you, Josh, mate.
Watford 0, Manchester United 2.
But let's talk about the London derby.
Yeah.
Spurs against Chelsea, 5th against 4th.
Here we go.
Now, Spurs won 4 of the last 5. Chelsea won 1 of the last 5 and lost the other 4.
Dad, I believe in a Mourinho masterclass. I honestly think they'll get a home win here. Chelsea seem to be getting exposed by teams like Bournemouth and West Ham, which I'm just shocked by. Kane's on form and he's going to bag a goal. Tottenham 2, Chelsea 1. And it'll be very shaky at the end. I think Chelsea might have a really good chance at the end and miss it, but I think Tottenham will take all 3 points. What do you think?
I think Spurs have really turned a corner. One of the best managers in the world.
Yeah.
Anyone who's not thinking about buying Harry Kane for their fantasy team is a mug. Chelsea, they'll bounce back at some point, but it was always going to be hard with the kids. Spurs 2, Chelsea 1.
No, I'm done.
Yes.
This is at the point I walk.
It's written down here.
Because we've agreed again, and it's pissing me off. And I don't... Okay, I'm done. I'm leaving. Bye.
Theo's walking out again. Very temperamental, my son.
Mug. Go on, Josh Powell, what are you saying?
Tottenham 3, Chelsea 2.
Maybe I could beat you on something in this video.
Yeah.
And it could be our fantasy teams.
Oh,
so that is the second part of the video that we're going to go into now. Let's start with the old man.
Right, well, looking at my team, I got a cheeky 65 points. Because what I got right was I've got Kevin De Bruyne. A decent week. A decent week.
Aha! And here is where I beat you, Thogdad. The man himself got 69 points. Have some of that. Have some of that. Yeah, that's right. Absolute scenes in Dortmund right now as Thogden beats Thogdad. And I tell you why. Do you remember what I was saying about Pookie last week? He's in my fantasy team. 9 points. That is the single reason I beat you, and I called it. Josh, let's hear how your team did.
I didn't have the worst and I didn't have the best fantasy football team week, but I got 52, 56 points, something like that. But changes this weekend. I've got to go with goal scorers. I've got to get the points up.
Decent, Josh. Very decent. Guys, smash Thogdad's like target. It was only like 375. Let's see how strong the Thogden army is. That is the big question. Or maybe the Thogdad army. I don't even know anymore. Tell us in the comments how you guys think this Premier League week will go. Give us your Premier League fixtures and results in the comment section down below. From me and Thogdad. And go subscribe to Josh It's Fusion because he's got a great channel. We will see you all later. Very soon. Pretty much daily upload. So you'll probably see me tomorrow. Alright, bye.